I do call on the government to extend the 485 visas. One positive thing which they could do right now would be to tell those thousands of students who are stuck offshore with a valid 485 postgraduate study visa. They were made a promise by this country. They invested thousands of dollars, years of their life to study here. They happened to be home when the borders were shut, and they're unable to come back and use that visa. That was a promise our country made them. Now, we can't bring them back right now because of the government's failures on quarantine, but we could at least do the very decent thing, the small thing, to say, when the borders reopen, we will honour the promise as a country that we made you. We will let you come back and have your 1 year or 2 years of post-study work rights. That's in our national interest as well, because they form such a wonderful part of our pipeline of highly skilled migrants in regional areas as well as the cities. And finally, thing I'll just note, the human impact on students is incalculable. As I said, they've invested a lot. Now, for some students, it's a case of, well, we're enrolled and we're studying online and we'll be able to come at some point. You know, that's not a positive thing, a positive experience. But for some of these students, the government has to talk to them and at least say, we will prioritise you as soon as we can bring back any students. Take a student who's invested hundreds of thousands of dollars doing a dental course, 5 years in Australia, and they're stuck offshore, unable to do their 6th year. I mean, they've gone into debt, their families, they see their life dreams evaporate. The government has had nothing to say to those students that have invested so much in our community. It's not a matter of trading them off against stranded Australians, which the government tries to do every time you raise this, but just being decent and human and understanding that these are people, they're human beings, they're young people who've invested in our country. We could at least have something to say to them, that we understand the sacrifice that they're making. We understand the difficulties that it's causing. We understand that for some students who I've been trying to help, they have their partners living in my electorate. I've actually had students who are not able to come back who have never met their own child. Their own child has been born, they've only ever met it on WhatsApp, and the government has nothing to say to these people. We can do better than this as a country.